Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Extra Cover. So in this week we got plenty to talk about, some interesting news coming from all over the world of cricket. So with that being said, let's take in to this week's episode of Extra Cover. The previous week was a wonderful week for Sri Lanka, of course, by winning the first T20 international by 64 runs against Pakistan. Now in that match, a lot of young cricketers named Vinod Bhanuka Rajapaksa and many other young talents performed well against the number one T20 side in the world.
New look Sri Lanka achieved their biggest T20 win over world number one Pakistan by 64 runs on the back of some brilliant batting and bowling in Lahore on Saturday. Opener Danushka Gunatilaka scored a career best of 57, and despite a hat-trick by the teenage Pakistan paceman Mohammad Hasnain, Sri Lanka posted a challenging 165 for the loss of 5 wickets in their 20 overs. Fast bowlers Isuru Udana and Nuwan Pradeep then dismantled the Pakistan for 101 in 17.4 overs to give Sri Lanka a 1-0 lead in 3-match series.
Now another match which was concluded in the previous week was the test match between India and South Africa. Now in that match, Ravichandran Ashwin equalled the record set by Muthiah Muralitharan to become the quickest to 350 test wickets.
Ravichandran Ashwin made history on Sunday as he became the joint fastest to take 350 test wickets, accomplishing the feat during the day 5 of the first test of the 3-match series against South Africa in Vizag. The 33-year-old off-spinner had last played a test match for India in December 2018 and failed to make the cut in the playing 11 for the 2-test series against West Indies. After claiming 7 wickets in the first innings and Vizag test, Ravichandran Ashwin removed overnight batsman Tanius de Bruyne for 10 early in the morning session to reach the rare landmark in his 66th test. Sri Lankan legendary spinner Muthiah Muralitharan, who retired in 2010, had almost claimed 350 wickets in 66 test matches.
Now after losing the Ashes series against Australia, now Ashes series ended as a drawn encounter, but Australia took the Ashes urn back home after winning the last series. So now after that loss against Australia in the Ashes series, England is seeking to change the composition of coaches in the team.
England bowling coach Chris Silverwood has emerged as a leading contender to replace Trevor Bellis as head coach. Reports linked South African Gary Kirsten to the job, but Silverwood could pip him to the role. The 44-year-old former fast bowler who played 6 tests for England became the bowling coach in January 2018 after leading Essex to their first county championship title in 25 years the previous summer.
Now moving our heads towards the CPL or the Caribbean Premier League 2019, Guyana Amazon Warriors are just having an amazing CPL. They won 11 out of their 11 matches in the previous week, and that helped them to get into the finals of the CPL 2019.
Guyana Amazon Warriors' incredible run of results has now stretched to 11 wins, the last of which helped them waltz into the finals of the CPL for the 5th time in 7 seasons. The side in scintillating form pushed Barbados Tridents to the eliminator, where they will now face Trinbago Knight Riders for the second vacant spot in the Summit Clash Saturday.
Now those were some interesting news which we came across in the previous week in the cricketing world. So now let's get into the top 5 performances which were recorded in the previous week.
Oh, he gets the Yorker in. Yes, that finger goes up. It went in like an exocet. Oh, he's gone again. I'm not sure he's got enough on this. Oh, it's a collision. Tries to carve this. Only finds the man at extra cover.
Gone through the hands. Oh, smash! Almost
Lofted him straight back over long.
That's gone. Another big shot, 6. Magnificent hitting. Slow ball hit.
Gone again, but he completely misses the wrong end. It's a brilliant. Oh, and he nearly got another. Oh, yes, he has. Oh, what a ball. What an over. This is the over of the night. Manindu Hataranga has crashed.
Right up the back. Partner, Emily Smith next to her. There's this one.
They're off. Oh, that's fantastic.
Yes, she gets it and gives her a huge hug. Take a bow.
Time in that combining those two teams. Countries already.
Shot. Well, I think the shot. Got plenty of that.
It's actually, here she goes. And she gets it in ODIs and off 71 deliveries.
And that's it for this week's episode of Extra Cover. Hope you got a fair idea about some interesting news which we came across in the previous week in the cricketing world. So with that being said, please subscribe our channel and please do leave your comments and opinions in our comment section as well. So with that being said, it's goodbye from Team Batsman.